Hello everybody and welcome back to the reading. If you chose this reading, it's not a coincidence. You have a question on your mind. So I want you to bring that question to the forefront of your mind and take a couple minutes to really focus on it. Focus on what you feel when you're asking that question. Focus on the energy of the question. Focus on the context of the question. Focus on the question itself. Once you have that all in your head and you feel grounded and ready enough, take a big, deep breath. Pause if you need to, and choose your pile. Okay, we're going to be getting yes or no. What is the answer to your question, and a little bit of context. Okay, so clearly we have 6 piles. We have pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3, pile number 4, and pile number 5. The timestamps will be down below, but this is not going to be a super long reading, so you likely can just fast forward, whatever the hell, whatever. But all right, so let's get going, shall we? Let's put these cards up here just for a minute. Let's dive into pile number 1. All right, pile number 1, make sure you have your question in your mind. Take 3 long, deep breaths. Pause the video. And let's get into it. Is the answer to pile number 1's question a yes or a no? We have the King of Wands reversed. This kind of feels like a maybe, and we'll get a little bit more context, but this either feels like no, right now is not the right time, or yes, but you're mishandling the situation here. Let's see what the context is. Can we get some context? Is this a yes or a no, and why? Yeah, not right now. This is a not right now, guys. This is a maybe in the future, depending. King of Pentacles. You're trying to have fast results in a situation that requires, Queen of Cups, Ace of Swords. You're trying to have fast results in a situation that requires a lot of patience. And so it's saying, no, not if you go about it the way that you're going about it right now. If you maybe shift your energy, allow for the flow. There's this energy of maybe holding on a little bit too tight. This is where you got to set the vision in your mind, understand what you want, and release it, and be able to healthily detach from that outcome. And as someone who can finally now, after years and years and years and years of learning detachment, can finally say, like, I have mastered in most areas of my life, healthy detachment. It is a damn struggle. So give yourself grace. You will probably not even realize how much progress you make, or how detached you already are to the situation, until it's either pointed out to you, or until the cycle whips back around and the same whatever energy situation, it comes back around and shows you in your reaction or non-reaction that you've grown and that you've changed. But there's a need to let go of, not let go of this thing in particular or this situation in particular, but there's a need to let go of the way that you wish it to be done, or the way that you wish it to be handled. For some reason, it's like, it's very, it depends on you kind of energy. So pile number 1, this is definitely a not right now, possibly in the future kind of energy. And this is very much centering around a need to healthily detach from circumstances or expected or wanted desired outcomes, okay? Let's move forward. If this resonated with you, pile number 1, if it helped you or confirmed your intuition, please type yes in the comments and give me a golden star emoji. All right. Next, pile number 2. Pile number 2, get that question in the forefront of your mind. Pause the video and take 3 deep grounding breaths before we get in. All ready? All right, let's go. The answer to your question is a yes in time, or yes, have patience. I know that we're not supposed to like show these kind of things, but whatever. So this is a yes card. This is absolutely a yes, and it is, to me, this feels like a lot of times when I see the world, it feels more like a divine sort of like trust in the universe or with divine timing. But this kind of feels like you've got all of the tools and all of the power here. Can we get context? King of Cups, 6 of Wands. Yeah, this is something that you are manifesting emotionally. And if you are not manifesting it emotionally, this is what you're being called to do. The success comes here. I feel like what they're telling you to do is focus more on the feeling than the actual manifestation of this. So it's like, if you're manifesting a healthy relationship, focus on doing things and creating a space in your life, creating a routine or habits in your life that help you achieve the feeling that you would expect, or the feeling that you think that you would be feeling in this wish granted. So if you are manifesting X, Y, and Z, and X, Y, and Z is going to make you feel stable, it's going to make you feel secure, it's going to make you feel whole, it's going to make you feel whatever, right? Focus on the emotion that you want to get out of that desired result. Why are we chasing that desired result? Because it's never really for the physical thing. It's always for what that physical thing makes us feel. So get really clear on the feeling that you're chasing, and then bring more experiences in your life that you can control, that help you to feel that feeling, or that puts you in that same energetic space or in that same frequency of vibration. Okay, so yeah, this is really just, this is about feeling it. This is having fun in the doing. So this is a yes, and make sure you're enjoying the process. Okay, I feel like that's very, yeah, very, very clear. This is a huge yes. If it is like, if you are asking a question like, I'm worried that this is going to happen, is what I'm worried about happening or going to happen, this is a clear no. But if you're asking like, will this good thing, will this desired thing happen for me? Is it right for me? Whatever that is, this is a very strong yes in time. Allow, and don't pull yourself off of the path just because it isn't necessarily looking exactly the way you want it to. This is keeping up that emotional like morale. Yeah, I feel like that's where we're gonna stop the message here. So that is very much a yes. Pile number 2, if you liked this, if this confirmed your intuition, sorry, my chair is like mad squeaky. But yes, if you liked it and this confirmed your intuition, please drop me a yellow heart, please. All right, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Let me just get off that chair. All right, next we have pile number 3. Pile number 3, I'm going to ask you to pause the video and take 3 really deep, grounding breaths while you focus in on that question. All right, and when you're ready, let's go. Pile number 3, is their question a yes, or is their answer a yes or a no? This is a yes. This is a yes. And I'm hearing of the final countdown. I think that's what it is. I think that's what it is. The final countdown. What is this, you guys? This is some sort of emotional fulfillment that you guys are looking for. This could even be a relationship. This could be some sort of love. Some sort of, whatever it is that you're asking about is something that you are heavily emotionally invested in. Very similar to pile number 2. Can we get the context here? Why is this a yes? I heard a resounding yes. Okay, so why is this a resounding yes for pile number 3? Context. Thank you. Knight of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles reversed. This is something that you've been in for a long time. This is not something that just came up. This is either you're asking about a long-time relationship, a long-time partnership, a long-time career. This is something that you've invested a lot in, and you're wanting to make sure that that return on investment is coming in the way that it should. It's like you guys are just checking on your return on investment right here. That's really the energy that it feels like, because things might not necessarily be going the best way for you right now. There's a little bit of a power struggle here, whether this is, like I said, whatever situation this is a power struggle. There's some sort of power struggle, but we are slowly and surely getting to where we want to be. Yeah, getting to that emotional fulfillment. It's all about discernment, and it's about not allowing the struggle of maybe egos or like pride or preconceived notions, assumptions. There's this is definitely feeling like there's 2 people here. So you and another person, or you and a group of people. I do see a very favorable outcome here. I do see that your answer is yes, but it is needing to step away from the mental chatter, needing to step away from the stress, needing to step away from also the doubts as well. And if this is what you want, staying committed to it, because this Page of Pentacles, this is like the seed planted, right? And this is about cultivating and really doing what you have to do in order to be able to reap that bountiful harvest at the end of the season. So it's like, if I plant a plant, right, and then I see a little bit of that seed start to bud, like plants start to bud. If I plant a seed and then I see a little bit of that plant starting to bud, and then I'm like, oh yeah, and I'm pouring into it, loving on it, you know, and then somewhere along the road it stops growing as much, or it looks like it's wilting, or whatever. There is this energy of I'm hearing don't stop believing. Yeah, there's this energy of, if this is what you want, we have to pour into it. If this is the seed that you intend to harvest, if this is the plant from which you plan to harvest, we need to be consistently watering that plant. So whatever it is, this is a yes, so long as we tend to it. All right, pile number 3. If this resonated for you, if this helped in any sort of way, leave me a mermaid emoji. A mermaid, a merman, a genie, something mythical, even a dragon. And let me know in the comments what's up. Okay? All right. Pile number 4. I need you to do me a big favor. Take 3 deep grounding breaths. Pause the video if you need to. focus and center on that question. All right, now let's get into it. Is pile number 4's answer a yes or a no? Hold on. Sorry, you guys. I had to go check something for a minute because my ceiling is like so thin that like, or my walls are so thin that sometimes when the neighbors do things upstairs, and like, thank God we got some pretty good upstairs neighbors, but like sometimes when they do things upstairs, like it sounds like they're in our house. Like there's a vent in our bathroom where like if I were to go in my bathroom and take a piss, like I could hear their conversation from upstairs. So it's like, I was like, what the fuck is that? But okay, let's get into it. Pile number 4. I was about to call you pile number 3. You guys might have had multiple questions as well, but pile number 4, is it a yes or a no? An absolute yes. We have so many yeses here, and I love this. I feel like this is a yes, but I don't feel like there's very many conditions on this yes. This is something new. This is something new here. This isn't like pile number 2 or pile number 3 where it was like we have been pouring energy into this specific thing or this specific situation for a long time. This is something new. This is like, do they like me? Are they interested in me? Is this job going to work out? Is this good for me? Am I on the right path? Like that kind of question. Can I get context, please? Thank you. I literally said 2 cards for context in my head. We have the 8 of Wands reversed and the 2 of Pentacles. I feel like this is something that you have or you are thinking about making your mind up. This is like saying, like, take your time. Take your time in whatever situation this is. If this is a relationship, I really feel like to say this. If this is a relationship, this is take your time. You don't need to run full speed ahead. You know, this is even in a job or whatever. The message here is yes and take your time. Not yes, but take your time. It's yes and take your time in this situation. It does lead to fulfillment, right? Absolutely. It does lead to fulfillment, but, not but, whatever this is, it is a resounding yes. It does lead to the fulfillment that you're looking for, the fulfillment that you're asking for, and there is a real need to take your time. Take your time to settle in here. Don't move too fast and muddy things up. There is like this energy of if we move too fast, if this moves too fast, it could create problems or turbulence or maybe even like miscommunication. You know how like certain people will make assumptions, and then there are those kind of people where it's just like, oh, well, you know, they've made this assumption about me out loud in front of a group, so I just have to go with it, right? And then it turns into like a lie that lasts for years or like something like that. I don't want you guys to be afraid or like worrisome or at all anything like that, because it feels like really, really good energy, but it just feels like there's a very strong thread here of take your time and be patient. Make sure that even though this is available to you, that this is exactly what you want. Okay? Make sure that it aligns on more than just the surface ground level. Okay? But this does feel promising here. But it is new. It's an ace. You know, we're not very deep into the pentacles. This is a new idea, a new relationship, a new job, a new epiphany, maybe, you know? So this is a yes. This is a yes with those little caveats of take your time. Patience is your friend, my friend, okay? All right, and if this resonated for you, if this confirmed your intuition, just drop me a little money bag or something like that in the comments, okay? All right, I hope to see you guys in the next reading, pile number 4. All right, and last but not least, pile number 5. I'm going to ask you, like I did for every other pile, to pause the video and take 3 deep grounding breaths while centering, focusing all your intention on having that question answered. Focus right on that question. All right. Pause the video if you need more time. If not, let's get into it. Spirit, is pile number 5's answer a yes or a no? For some reason, this feels like a no to me. A lot of people would read this and say yes, but this feels like a no to me. You could be asking about an ex, about an older situation. You could be asking about if something or someone from the past has turned or changed, like turned a new leaf. There is this energy of this thing is in my past, this person is in my past, this situation is in my past, but I just want to check the energy. I just kind of want to. It's like, if this is a romantic relationship, you guys have basically all but given up on this relationship, but you're just here out of curiosity. If this is a situation with like a family member or a friend or something like that, this is likely someone you've cut off or you've made your mind up about, and you're kind of maybe coming to this reading to see, you know, did I make the right choice? Did I make the right decision? And Spirit is saying that, yeah, you did make the right decision. This is past energy. If you made the decision to cut this person or this situation out of your life, if you made the decision to any kind of end here, an end to the situation, a cutting off or blocking of a person, some sort of boundary here, that was the right decision. But if you're asking about if this energy can return in this new chapter, that is an absolute no. Let's get some context. Yeah, 8 of Swords. Whoa. Oh, sorry, I'm just trying to see if it's going to come out. Yeah. Upright or upside down, because I noticed that not all these cards are upright, and I hate reading when I don't have all my cards already upright in my deck, because then it feels like, did it intentionally come out in reverse or what? I want to make sure my cards are intentional. Context here. Yeah, this is a situation where you might be like, other people's feelings might be at play here. Like, you may feel like you have to make decisions based on somebody else's feelings, or hold on. 9 of Wands. There's something about this situation that feels closed. It feels shut. If you're, yeah, literally Ace of Cups reversed, and it still comes out in reverse. Back of the deck, the Wheel. This is something like this is saying that the door closed on this for a reason. The door closed on whatever situation this is for a reason. And I'm getting 2 different piles here. I'm getting 2 different people here. For some of y'all cut somebody off, and you're kind of coming in here to see, you know, did I make the right decision? Was I being too harsh? Was I being too boundaried? You know, like, I know how this must make them feel, or I know how it must make other people feel, or I know how the situation must look, and I just want to make sure that I'm doing the right thing. I just want to make sure that me closing the door was the right move. And for others of you, a very messy few of you, you are the person that was cut off, and you're asking if this is ever going to be something that will come back around. And the answer is no. There is a very, it's like with the Wheel of Fortune here and the Ace of Cups. I want to cut the deck. King of Swords and the Sun. Yeah, whatever boundary was set for a reason, to protect some sort of happiness or some sort of peace. Some sort of life force energy here depended on those boundaries being set. Somebody is not playing or not joking around when it comes to their boundaries, when it comes to their life, when it comes to the rules and regulations that people must meet and follow if they would like to be a part of this journey. Someone is heavily walled and heavily boundaried here, and it is divine. It is not something that is ego driven or pride driven or anything like that. This, this is peace and protection. This is peace and protection driven. So if you are the person who put up this boundary, if you are the person who left this situation, if you are the person who, you know, made that judgment call, then this is telling you that you made the right decision. You made the right choice. You did the right thing for yourself, for your life, right? If you're the person who was on the other side of this energy, then what Spirit is saying here is this chapter is done and closed. The door is shut, and the energy should be left alone here. This is, and with the Wheel of Fortune, with the light and the dark here, it's like if you're looking for someone to change their mind on a decision that they've made, don't count on it. Don't count on it. All right, that's literally all I feel coming through for you guys. Because it's like, yeah, this decision, whatever it was, whether you made it or another person made it, it was not a gamble. You see how the dice are around her neck? It was not a gamble, although it might look to other people like, this person just did what they did impulsively or whatever. It was not a gamble. They were taking the light and the dark. They were taking the physical and the non-physical. They were taking the emotional and the logical. This decision was made with balance. This situation, whatever end in this situation, whatever ending there was here, it was a balanced and karmic ending. Karma balanced these scales through another person, through someone that was present in this spread, whether this is you or another person. Karma was balanced through the decision or through the words of someone who stood their ground here. Okay. So Spirit's like, yeah, don't count on it. It's like I'm literally seeing Woody with the magic 8-ball, where he's like, some don't count on it. Like, if you were the person who made this decision to cut somebody off, leave something in the dirt, in the dust behind, you got people mad. You got people mad as fuck. Mad as fuck, pile number 5. But keep doing you, baby. Keep doing you, pile number 5. Because if y'all, so there is a very little specific group of people who chose number 5, who want to be messy and are just trying to look to get into somebody else's closed door because they don't realize that doors are closed for a reason. If y'all are that group of collective messiness, I'm likely not the reader for you. You probably won't like my messages because y'all probably like to avoid yourselves. Okay. But if y'all are not, if y'all are part of my genuine pile number 5s who made a decision and, wanted to come back and see if they were being a little bit too harsh, no ma'am, no sir, this is your life and you are protecting it. And that's all I have to say. Let them be mad, okay? If you guys stuck to the end of this reading, give me some rainbow emojis if this confirmed your intuition or helped you iron things out that might have been a little unclear. Definitely comment yes. Give me some angel wings, all right? All right, guys, I love you and I hope you come back. My name is Mira. Toodles.